करो करो, घुमाओ जल्दी घुमाओ इसको बस।
Okay. Which of the following isolation type is most appropriate for the patient infection? 8-month-old boy brought to the emergency room due to fever and lethargy. The patient had been doing well at home until this morning when he developed a fever 38.6 and had several small episodes of non-bilious, non-bloody emesis. He was irritable but interactive and continued to drink fluid. The family suspected viral illness but grew more concerned when the fever persisted and the patient became less responsive. Temperature 39.4, blood pressure 70/40, pulse 130, respiration 29. Lumbar puncture revealed gram-negative diplococci in the cerebrospinal fluid. The patient given empiric antibiotic, admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit. And which of the following isolation type is most appropriate for this patient infection? Okay.
ड्रॉपलेट।
हाँ, ये तो निशेरिया मेनिंजाइटिस ना।
जल्दी पढ़ो इसको।
Okay, the airborne bacterial tuberculosis, viral, varicella, SARS, measles, contact multidrug-resistant organism, colonization, MRSA, vancomycin-resistant enterococci, enteric, Clostridium difficile, E. coli, 157 and A7, parasitic scabies, and viral. Acha, first airborne. Now these four are contact: enteric, parasitic, scabies, viral, respiratory syncytial, and multi-drug resistance. Okay, droplet bacteria, Neisseria meningitis, Haemophilus influenza type B, Mycoplasma pneumoniae, and viral influenza and adenovirus. Okay, airborne is the tuberculosis, varicella, SARS, and measles. SARS and measles. Okay, and then contact are MRSA, vancomycin resistant, that one, enteric, parasitic scabies, and viral respiratory syncytial. Droplet are bacteria, Neisseria, Haemophilus influenza type B, Mycoplasma, and influenza adenovirus. Okay, isolation precaution. Isolation precaution. Isolation precaution are widely used for infection prevention. The precaution chosen is based on the characteristic of the suspected infectious disease, including its ability to form aerosolized respiratory particle, the size of the particle, and the length of the time particle remain viable on surface outside the body. Fomitis: when aerosolized particles are more than 5 micron, considered relatively large, they cannot stay suspended in the air for long period and are associated with transmission within only 3 to 6 feet of the source. Droplet precaution occur at the use of surgical masks within the range, and when aerosolized particles are less than 5 micron, they stay suspended in the air for prolonged period. Such case require airborne precaution in negative pressure room, respiratory masks with a minimum 95% filtering capacity, N95 masks to prevent inhalation. Acha, so if more than 5 micron aerosolized droplet, then droplet precaution require. Where are you? Droplet
ये
precaution require use of surgical
ये चीज
masks.
तो ये खटक तो रही पहले से ही, लेकिन यूवर ने इसको क्लियर कर दिया कि ड्रॉपलेट और एयरबोर्न में क्या डिफरेंस है। एयरबोर्न वो जिसका 5 मीटर से कम हो, अपना 5 माइक्रोन से कम हो, तो वो एयर में रहेगा, ट्रैवल करेगा, उड़ेगा हवाओं में, ठीक है। जो ग्रेटर देन 5 माइक्रोन होगा वो ग्रेविटी की वजह से नीचे आ जाएगा, तो ड्रॉपलेट। मैकेनिज्म दोनों को ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है, दोनों एरोसोलाइज्ड पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, नाक से ही जाते हैं अंदर, नाक से ही बाहर निकलते हैं बाहर, ये मुंह से आते हैं, ठीक है, या मुंह में जाते हैं, लेकिन दोनों के प्रिकॉशंस अलग हो जाते हैं जस्ट बिकॉज कि दोनों का मैकेनिज्म अलग है, इसीलिए ये एयरबोर्न और ड्रॉपलेट दो अलग क्लासिफिकेशन। अदरवाइज दोनों ऑलमोस्ट है सेम, कॉन्टेक्स्ट एक अलग चीज हो जाती है। ये मेरे दिमाग में था यार ये अलग क्यों रख रहा है, इसलिए मैंने चार्ट भी बनाई, मैंने कहा ठीक है बाद में देखेंगे, यार क्लियर होगा, आगे बढ़ो।
Okay, and less than 5 micron, then we use N95 marks, no?
परफेक्ट। सर्जिकल
more
मास्क
than 5, then just
नॉर्मल ग्रीन कलर वाला।
Green color wala. Acha. So this patient presentation is due to Neisseria meningitis, a gram-negative diplococci that can cause potentially fatal meningitis characterized by rapid progression and hemodynamic compromise. Neisseria meningitis reproduce primarily in the nasopharynx, and infectious particle are readily aerosolized through coughing and respiratory procedure intubation. The organism is transmitted through relatively large respiratory particle that do not retain infectivity well on the surface outside the body. Therefore, droplet precaution are indicated for or possible cause of Neisseria meningitis. These measures are typically implemented until the patient has been treated with 24 hours of antibiotic therapy, ceftriaxone. Acha. The organism transmitted through largely respiratory particles that do not retain infectivity well on the surface outside the body. Therefore, droplet precaution indicated for Neisseria meningitis. Acha. So when they come into the body, then they produce signs symptom, no? But if they remain in the outside the body, it doesn't cause anything. That's why droplet precaution. Measure typically implemented until the patient has been treated with 24 hours of antibiotic therapy. So after 24-hour antibiotic therapy, after giving, when we give ceftriaxone, after 24 hours, we don't have to use any measure.
Okay.
Just for 24 hours. We have to use this measure just for 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay, now choice B, infection that is spread through direct physical of infected material or on fovite, skin and enteric infection merit the use of contact precaution with provide wearing both gown and gloves in patient room. Acha. So physical contact of infected material or fomite merit the use of precaution with provider wearing both
कॉन्टेक्ट वाला, ठीक है, कॉन्टेक्ट वाला जो है वो आपकी ये होते हैं एमडीआर, जो आपके ऑर्गेनिज्म से मल्टी ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट,
जो रेसिस्टेंट वाला, एनारोबिक वाला, एंटेरिक वाला, दैट आर contact.
क्लोस्ट्रिडियम डिफिसिल, एस्टेरिया कोलाई, 1587H7, स्केबीज, आरएसवी, ये हैं आपके कॉन्टेक्ट वाले. इनको प्रिवेंट करना है तो फोमाइड यानी स्किन और इंटेरिक इन्फेक्शन, ऐसी चीजें जो आप घरों में यूज करते हो नॉर्मली, तो उनको आपने डिसइंफेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, उसके लिए हल क्या है? सर्जिकल ऑप्शन उधर जा रहे हैं तो गाउन और ग्लव्स पहन. और ये एक सवाल हमने पहले किया भी था.
Achha, then choice D, neutropenic. Yeah, neutropenic precaution provide protection for patient at risk for infection due to profound immunosuppression. The goal is to prevent exposure to patient rather than the healthcare worker. Therefore, no specific protective gear is required unless contact with body fluid is anticipated. Common neutropenic precaution include strict hand hygiene, provide room and high efficacy air filtration, no live plant or animal, and avoidance of intrusive probe, rectal thermometer and enema. Okay, they are saying what? Neutropenic precaution provide protection for patient at risk of infection due to profound immunosuppression. Goal to prevent exposure of the patient rather than the healthcare worker. Therefore, no specific protective gear is required unless contact with the body fluid. Okay. Acha, got it. Then choice is standard precaution previously. Universal precaution should be followed in the care of all patients. They include hand hygiene before and after contact, use of safety gear when there is a possible contact with body fluid, respiratory hygiene, cough, equity, and safe injection practice. Standard precaution are included with all other precaution. Neisseria meningitis reproduce primarily in the nasopharynx and infectious particle are readily aerosolized through coughing and respiratory procedure. Droplet precaution should be ordered for all potentially infected patients until they have been treated with antibiotic for 24 hours. Okay, done.
ठीक है. ये सवाल अटेंड
Okay, so the summary is the droplet precaution. Droplet means more than 5 millimeter and precaution is N95 marks, and we have to take this precaution for 24 hours. After we give the ceftriaxone, and after giving this ceftriaxone, we have to wait for 24 hours. Then we can freely move with the patient without any N95 marks.
Okay. अब ये नेक्स्ट सवाल तुम अटेम्प्ट करो, मुझे कॉल करने दो, फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं.